Hey, good day, everybody. I'd like to thank you for joining me here at the Best Series. It's a three-part series for those with an entrepreneurial spirit. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go over part one of this three-part series. Part one is incorporate. We have part two, which deals with funding after you've been incorporated. We also have part three, which is partnerships. If you'd like to know more about me, you can go to my personal website, kenbigblake.com. Go to the About section, and you will have my extensive resume. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to briefly introduce to you the Business Success Channel. It's a resource that I put together to assist self-learners. So give me a second, I'll be sharing that screen. All right, guys. So the Business Success Channel is for self-learners and anybody that's looking to learn about business. So if you want to learn about business, you can go here to biz types. You'll see cooperatives, corporation, doing business as, general partnerships. So as you go through these, you'll see that there will be a number of videos. The first thing that you need to understand, though, of course, is the definition of the entity. So as you go through the different biz types, I click limited liability company. The first thing that you'll see is the definition. Once you scroll down, you'll see all of the different videos that are specific to that particular channel, right? Quick learning. A lot of these people I've subscribed to, I watched every single video on here, chose them to be on the website. All right. So legalities for those who want to know about the insurance, the contracts, copyrights, patents, trademarks, it's all on there. Those of you who have signed up for the best series, any of the number of series, you should have received an email, and that email gave you the password that you need to get in here. If you don't have that password, if it's somebody just coming from the internet that's searching, they'll have to put their information in, and that way they'll have access. But what we're here for today is to incorporate now. So I'm going to share this link here, and we're going to get started. So it's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just going to briefly go through everything that's on the page. And then after I go through everything that's on the page, then I'll open up the venue for any questions. All right, so let's get started. So these are the steps to take to thrive in 2021. As you scroll down this page, businesssuccesschannel.com/incorporate now, you'll see where you can register. Some of you guys registered from there, and some of you guys registered from the bestseries.business, which is specifically for the Best Series Inc. Fund and Partner. All right, so you can also download this guide, Steps to Take Incorporating Your Business. It's like a 4-page download. It goes over everything that we have here, and you can also, from that download, click those links, and it'll take you to the sites. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do, step one, is think of a name. One of the suggestions that I have is it could be your first name, first initial, last name and associates, last name and enterprises, last name and conglomerate, anything of the sort if you don't really know what you want to do at this moment. The most important thing to do is to actually make sure that you get incorporated. So once you get incorporated, you can always make a change for the name. You can always make any types of changes that you want to make. So you want to think of a name, right? And that name could also be a service you provide. So here I have a couple of examples: J.W. Clay and Associates, New Biz Tax Pros. So just think of a name that you want. All right. So now the step two that you're going to do is you want to see if that name can be used as a domain name. And this is even before you get incorporated, because you definitely want to make sure that you have a web presence. So once you click on this link, it's going to take you right here to newwebaddress.com. So the name that I wanted to go with was wereadytoincorporate.com, right? So when I search for that, I just put it right here. I hit the search button. It came up that that's a name that I can register. Great. So now that I know that I can get this as a domain name, the next thing that I want to do is, of course, purchase it. But before I purchase it, I want to make sure that I can actually get the corporation with the same name. So as I go down here, it says click here for corporate name check. Once you click on this, it's going to take you to the next web page, which is here. Now, remember, we're going to check for the corporate name. So whatever state you're in or whatever state you want to incorporate in, this is where you would go. So you can scroll down. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I'm going to share with you that site. I get to North Carolina. I can click here or on her name, doesn't matter, but I will click here. So once I click here, most of these sites are similar. They're set up the same. This one's real simple. It says, I want to. So what do I want to do? Business, start a business, or check name availability. I'm going to check the name availability of We Ready to Incorporate because I know it's available as a .com. So once I click on there, it's a simple search. Company, you can do company name, register agents, starting with, I can use all words, any words. So I'm going to search for We Ready to Incorporate. All right, so it says 0 records found. So what that means is that here in my state, no one has this, so I could proceed with that. All right, so now once I finish realizing that I can own a domain and that I can also get it registered, the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I go through the process. Now, we will have some videos up, and those videos will be real simple and to the point. It'll show you the basic way to fill out the form. So the same site that was here where I did the corporate name check, I have it written out here so that way if you do have the PDF or it's printed, you know where to go. So once you click on that link, it's going to take you here again. But you'll already be on the site. Once again, you'll go here to North Carolina. I want to. Now you want to start a business. So we also have it here in North Carolina where you can create that business online. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to click this link to show you what you'll see. Choose a business structure. We've already chosen a name. We saw that that name was available. Is this going to be a regular business, a nonprofit, a limited liability, partnership, a professional entity, and then there's a comparison chart here for you to show. I'm going to go with the limited liability company. Once I click on there, it'll tell me a little bit about what I'm going to expect. And then I will click on this link, and this link will take me here. So this is the form for the limited liability company, the articles of organization. I want you guys to know these forms are simple. If it's a basic business that you're just starting, it's okay for you to do it yourself and save money. If you know that you're going to have a big business from the start and you may want to have your lawyer, an accountant, a tax professional, or someone smart, or you can fill this form out, right? So the name of that limited liability company was We Ready to Incorporate, right? Now, I'm not going to fill the form out. I'm just going to show you that it's a fillable form, and just make sure that if you do a LLC that you put that name there. Then, of course, your name, the business address. Are you a member and an organizer? You can click both. You're organizing it as well as you may be a member. All right, so once you fill that form out, it's going to take you to where you'll have to pay for it. Depending on the state that you're forming your corporation in, it could be anywhere from $100 to $800. So once you fill that and you have that filing fee, you want to get your employee identification number. So even though your corporation hasn't started yet, but you know that based on the name works, you can get the name as a domain name as well. You can also get your employer identification number before it's actually done. So you can click on here for the employee identification number. When you apply for that employer identification number, it's going to take you to this page, right? You're going to hit apply online now. Now, for the most part, this website was down. It may be up now. It just started having problems, and they were shut down for about a month, and it looks like it may be working right now. Well, it's not. So the service will be unavailable due to system maintenance. What I found and what I've told people who've come through the little course workshop here is to get up in the morning early and go to the site, and it's normally available. So you have to catch it when it's available. All right. Now, the form that you will be filling out in the meantime is this form right here. But it won't be this type of form online. It's just going to ask you a question. Once you answer the question, it's going to take you to the next question. So what you want to do is Google EIN IRS PDF. And then once you do that, you will find a link that'll take you here. So my suggestion is fill this out the same way you filled out the corporate paperwork and print it so that when the site is up, you will be able to go through it real quickly. We're going to also have this filled out for a basic corporation, and the questions will be answered as well. All right, so once you've done that, you'll have your, they will give you your EIN number right then. It's instantaneous. So within 3 to 5 days, or depending what state you're in, some states, as soon as you pay, they'll give you the documentation in the email and it'll be ready for you. The employer identification number, which is like the social security number for your business, as well as the corporate docs, are two of the main things that you're going to need to open up your bank account. So what you want to do is check with the bank that you already have a relationship with and ask them, what do I need in order to open up a corporate account? And let them tell you. Most of the time, they're going to need the articles of organization or the articles that you use to file your corporation. They're going to need the EIN number from the IRS, which shows that you're, recognized entity that way. Some of them, like here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the bank that I put one of my corporations with, they needed an operating agreement, right? So I'm going to get to that in a second. But if you're thinking about, well, you may want to open up a different bank, you can click this link, or you can Google Best Entrepreneur Business Banks of 2021. This is the article that I found, 6 of the best business checking accounts for entrepreneurs. So as I scroll down, what I liked about it is that it'll break down the names of these banks. You can go to their website, but right here, I can see there's no fees. I can apply online. They have a mobile banking app, mobile check deposit, free debit MasterCard, ASLO, fee-free withdrawals at out-of-network ATMs, free incoming international and domestic wires. So once you have your list of what you need, you can go through here. This is a good resource for you, as well as just Google yourself and find it. Chase is listed as one of the banks. North One Business Checking Account Review is another one. So now, just like I said, my bank, Navy Federal, they wanted an operating agreement. So what I did was I just Googled that part. It took me right here to eForms. I paid a small amount, not sure what the amount was, but it was minimum. And then I just put in here operating agreement. There's a template right there. I chose the state, North Carolina, create document. And just like the employer identification number on the IRS, it'll ask me a question. I'll put that question in. I'll put the answer to that question. We ready to incorporate? When I hit next, it's going to go down to the business purpose, right? And so all of these different things will work. LLC address, it's basically the same thing that's on your corporate papers, but it'll print it out really, really nice. I believe it was 12 to 17 pages. I may have had to put extra things in mine, but it was a minimum cost. So what you want to do is just make sure that you ask your bank, what do I need to open an account, as opposed to giving them some things that you know that they may need. All right. So most of you guys came through the Business Success Channel, or some of you may have came through my personal website, kenbigblake.com. But this site here, if you're going to share it with someone, and it should have been in your email as well, this site was put together just for the Inc. Fund Partner Series for the Best Series. Right, so they can come here, they'll see the Part 1 Incorporated, will give them a brief synopsis of what this is about. They can register. If they go here to incorporate, just like you guys have saw today, it's really just a quick breakdown. What to expect upon registration, how is the meeting run, what should I expect after the meeting ends, and that's pretty much it. And you can still register from the same registration page that you guys went to. All right, guys. So with that said, that's the end of the incorporate now. Of course, you guys might have questions for me. I'm open for questions. And here I am. All right, some people, they may be viewing this on YouTube. Some people may be viewing this on Facebook, but this part will be recorded so that way you guys will be able to go to YouTube and you'll be able to see the incorporate now. Everything will be recorded, and all of the videos showing you, the basic way to fill out corporate papers, the basic EIN, all of those things will have the videos to it for that, so that you can see how the form looks for those of you who may want to do it yourself and just don't want to have the assistance from anyone else. All right, so with that said, you guys know how to reach me. You can go to kenbigblake.com. My phone number is right up there. You can go to Business Success Channel. You have access to that. If you have any suggestions about the Business Success Channel, you can fill that form out and you can just give us a suggestion. There's a little chat box that does that. And once again, I'd like to thank you all for joining. My name is Ken Big Blake from kenbigblake.com, creator of the Best Series. And until next time, think big.